r/Askreddit. Adults of Reddit. What is something every teenager needs to know? The measure of whether someone has the potential to be a new friend of yours is not whether they like a bunch of things you like. It is entirely possible to become friends with people who like a ton of things you've never heard of, or even already decided you dislike. You are at a spot in life where a lot of your likes and dislikes are subject to change anyway. Biggest thing, making a new friend often takes time. Lots of time. Much longer than movies and shows make it look like. Find things to do, groups to join, city league sports to play, pandemic permitting, or after, and keep learning about the people you see repeatedly. Far too many early 20s people who report having no friends made a premature judgment that one or more prospective friends were off the list when it just needed a lot more time. How to de-escalate difficult situations, and how to disagree with a teacher/someone in authority without sounding like a know-it-all or in a condescending manner. For example, if a teacher says X and you are certain you learn differently, recognize that there may be certain circumstances that you may not realize that changes something. Lead the disagreement with a saying like, "Excuse me, I may be wrong, but I thought/learned why." This kind of phrasing does not cause the other person to be on the defensive, which can allow gentle new instruction for you, or a graceful/face-saving correction for the teacher. A situation with differing opinions doesn't have to be confrontational. I graduated 10 years ago from high school and none of those people are in my life now. So take your time being you and grow your self-esteem and talents now over wasting time trying to impress those pricks you won't even remember in a few months after graduation. Edit. It seems like there is some confusion as to my advice. I'm not saying drop your friends. Those are a very important aspect of life, especially in high school. What I'm saying is drop the politics and drama of your school. I know it feels like it is the whole world now, but if you let those who try to bring you down, who mock you, who try and pressure you will not be around forever. Worry about building yourself to being the best you that you can become. I still have contact with a few childhood friends to this day, just not really any I made in high school. But all those negative, drama craving, bullies, and those downbeats in general will not follow you. While you shouldn't believe those who say these gonna be the best years of your life, try to make the most of it, to enjoy the ride. Don't be ashamed of your hobbies and passions. Those who make fun of that can go duck themselves. Every feeling you have deserves to be expressed in any constructive manner. Don't fear rejection from those you like/love. Tell them and come what may. There's always more to it. Right now isn't the be all and end all. Edit. Wow. Thank you for the awards, kind strangers. I will also say that by no means as a teen should your feelings be downplayed, and this is not suggesting that your current issues are minimal. It's important to recognize how you're feeling, but also don't let it consume or dictate how you look towards your future. There is always going to be a better time. To those who reached out to me, keep pushing on. You deserve so much better, will get better, and have exciting things ahead. This is going to sound cliche, but just be yourself. Having friends is important, but don't act like them just to fit in. You may not entirely know who you are yet, and by not being yourself, you're going to lose your true self in the mix. If you're lucky, it'll take many years and a lot of soul searching to even bring back your uniqueness, and then clump that all together, to learn who you truly are. I made this mistake. I'm 37 now. It took me 20 years to undo everything, because in college and afterwards, I was a chameleon changing my personality with each group of friends I was with. I had no idea who I was. It took a lot of work on my self-esteem to recorrect my thought process. Edit. High school is really tough. As hard as it might be, try not to feed a bully with more ammo. Ignore the person and they'll get bored and move on. Also, try to enjoy life, responsibly of course. You can have some great, fun, and happy years as a teenager. Figure out what activities you love most to do, and do them. Hang out with positive people. Put yourself first. You're going to get hurt, but the feelings will pass, I promise. These are all things I didn't do as a teenager. I had a traumatic childhood and its effects really started to hit me as a teenager. It led to miserable years, when it could have been so much different. You're not the first person in the world to be a teenager and feeling like no one understands you or what it's like. We've all been there. Things can indeed get better. No one really cares or remembers the petty shit that happened in high school. Do not base your life and personality around social media and the facade that you are trying to create. Live your life in reality. Learn that the world will usually not lend you a hand, so you have to pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. Resilience, tenacity, and will. Learn to budget. Do not go into debt over stupid shit, saying you will pay it off later. Do not decide your major or your life choices on what will make your family happy, rather, what makes you happy. Try to enjoy the freedom of not having any bills, not having any major responsibilities. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need to know everything. Hell, it's more important to know enough about what you don't know, so you don't say something embarrassing or stupid and you can try to sway the conversation or argument toward what you do know. Fake it till you make it. Always keep your eyes and ears open. Learn lots of little useless facts. They can make you sound extra smart without any effort. Sometimes it's best to keep your mouth shut and your ears open. Don't dig in. If a conversation isn't going your way, lay back. Shut the hell up. To quote Mark Twain, it's better for a person to think you're an idiot, even if you haven't said anything, than it is for you to open your mouth and prove them right. Oh, and never take the brown acid. And most importantly, kids, we'll quote the late, great Timothy Leary, think for yourself and question everything. You aren't nearly as smart or worldly as you think you are. Every teenager, without fail, thinks they know it all or have seen or done a lot. I know this because I used to be one. I'm 29 now, and let me tell you, the wealth of knowledge I have compared to a year ago alone is staggering. Compared to when I was 19 or 16, doesn't even ducking compare. My advice around this is to just stay humble. You aren't done learning, and you really ain't seen nothing yet. Don't ever think you know it all, or you've seen and done it all, because you haven't even scratched the absolute edge of the surface of what you don't know. And for the love of punch drunk duck, don't learn about sex from porn. If you don't want to go to college, learn a trade. Learn several trades throughout your life. You will always be able to find work. Even during a pandemic, homeowners still need their plumbing to work. They need their high voltage alternating current to operate properly. They will run into electrical issues that need repaired. For many years I remodeled houses from start to finish. I felt the need to change careers and went into the hospitality business. After a couple years, COVID hit and I was out of a job. I went 8 weeks without unemployment. It was so easy to fall back to the trades I learned and immediately get back to work. Interest either crushes you when you owe or creates wealth when you lend. Save 10% of your money in an investment account and don't touch it until you're ready to retire. Do not rack up debt. Only buy used cars. Get something reliable, but something you don't mind getting dings and scratches on, has decent gas mileage, and is easily affordable, and has insurance rates that are reasonable. Your friends today will not be that ducking important someday soon. So don't ever tolerate people who don't lift you up and make you feel better about yourself. Cut toxic people out unapologetically. If your parents are pleading with you about something, consider the fact that they might have been through what you're going through, and their advice could actually be rock solid, because they are actually thinking, I wish I would have told myself this. I try to tell this to my kids and only hope it sinks in, because I didn't listen to anyone as a teen myself. Believe in nothing, question everything,